Hello, happy Saturday, ladies and gentlemen, divine masculine, divine feminine. Now, people, today is the 1010 portal, okay, which means we are again crossing through another phase of our twin flame journey. And both the divine masculine and divine feminine are both in here today in this reading, guys. And normally I don't check both the energies. I haven't done this two energy checks for a long time. I used to do that before, but then I got into looking more into the divine masculine energy. But today, because of the portal, guys, transformation energies work for both male and female. So I said, um, why not? I have the time. Let's do this reading today for both you guys, divine masculine and divine feminine, so that the masculine knows your energy and you know the masculine's energy. And that gives a lot more clarity into the situation here. Um, and that is the reason why was called to do this journey reading for both you guys in here, masculine and feminine, divine people. Okay. Um, Now, having said this, I've got again the two set of cards in here, and we'll go into them. The first two set is for the divine masculine, and then you have the divine feminine. The energy that both of you guys are working yourself in, or you have, or things are changing, whatever is happening, we'll delve into this, people. Okay. Now, interestingly, people, let's look into the divine masculine first, then we'll get into the divine feminine energy. I've got a lot of cards in here, guys, and my table is jam packed. So, if you feel a little bit cluttered in here, it's because the two set of cards are in here at this point. But we'll see what we can do out of this story here. Okay, now let's look into the divine masculine's Akashic record. And what does it say? The Three of Keys, the chess game. Okay, now typically when you see the card, when any reader will see the card, it immediately calls for a lot of confusion in the mind. Okay, that the divine masculine has at this point in time, which is what he's trying his level best to work upon. But having said that, this energy is the energy of him knowing, people, that he has too many opponents and too many enemies in his zone. Okay, he has killed one. You see, the one of this dice has fallen. That's the queen. Okay, so he has killed one very important part of this story, but there are other opponents here. There are other enemies here who were surrounding him at this point in his mind. Okay, now it also says with this chess game, people, it also talks about him knowing that these people are not his tribe. These people with whom he is now associated with, or whoever is with him, they are not his tribe members. They are outsiders for him. Okay? And what this is saying is that it is time for him to take a step back from this crowd, to disassociate, to disentangle himself from all these people who have surrounded him at this point in the mind. Okay? Now, this also says, people, that, the more he gets emotionally involved with them, the more problems he will have. So, what the spirit guide is letting him know that at this point, these people who are around him, they are all there because they are all serving their own agenda. They are not helpful, they are not doing anything for him, they are not giving him any good advice, they're not doing anything proper. So they're all serving their own agenda. They are all people with selfish need and desires. Okay, so at this point in time, It is important that he detaches himself. That's what he's doing. He's detaching himself and is treating everyone involved from a very deeper source of wisdom. You know what I mean? Like, he's not really into them, but whoever is coming to him, he's very objectively dealing with them with his inner sense of wisdom without anyone getting the opportunity of misleading him anymore. So he's kind of keeping all these people in a distance. He knows how to do that. He's getting ready for it, and but he's also taking a step back because he knows all these people are very selfish. They are not for him. They are all serving their own agenda. And so whoever is coming and asking him, oh, you know what, can I do this? Can I do that? Or what are you thinking about your life? Blah, 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 so on and so forth. He's treating them very wisely. He's not being rude. He's not being upset with them. But he is also very, very strict about the fact that he cannot be misled anymore into any wrong work or wrong direction. Very important, people. So I said, okay, what about the chess game? We got the teacher, people. Now, these people have either taught him a lesson or he has learned about them. You know, he has been educated by other people. People who have taught him what has been happening to him. Maybe he has got some good people who is telling him, who is letting him know. Or it could be that he has learned about this group here, whoever these selfish people are in his zone. He is learning about them from something, some other people, some other source of information. But he is definitely being educated by these people and also getting that education for himself about these people that he's been dealing with for a very, very long time, people. So I said, okay, what about the teacher? So we have unexpected income and then we have the thief. So he knows there has been a lot of robbing. Now, thief could necessarily mean money that has been stolen, or it could be emotions, it could be his energy, anything that was stolen that now needs to come back, unexpected income. So he is probably getting educated with the fact from someone or by himself or from his spirit guide. It could be anything for anyone, people. But he's coming into the energy of knowing that he needs to now get out of this situation with these people who are in his mind, who have been robbing him of whatever he has got in him or with him. And he now brings back, and now he wants to bring back the income. That income part of this story, it breaks down to card number 9. He wants to completely move away, be in solitude, be single from this group of people about whom today he is completely educated or has been educated by observing them. That all these people have been serving their own agenda. None of them have been really there for him. None of them have helped him to understand what he needs to do with his life or come to his rescue by any means. So whatever that story is, guys, it is also giving him a clarity about that chess game. So he's taking a step back, he's disassociating himself, he's learning to handle his own agenda, but he's not treating people rudely, he's not being rude, he's being very wise with his words, actions. From a distance, he's trying to be good with people, not letting them know that he has actually seen their other side of their story. But he is also working for himself, people, to bring back that income, that money, the emotion that he had somewhere had invested in that group of people who today he knows have only served their own agenda in life. Nobody cared for him, period. Nobody cared for him. Okay. Now, next part of the story with the divine masculine, guys, is I asked for the romance angel, and it comes out with codependency. Addictions are affecting your romantic life. So this codependency he had on that group of people where he had been serving them, had been giving them money, had been feeding them, had been clothing them, had been working for them day in and day out. That was because of his codependency on that group. Today, which is where things are changing with the 1010 portal, where he can see that the group of people for whom he has invested his life purpose at a certain point was nothing but was his fault, because he was codependent on them to give him back what he thought was owed to him. Okay, so this is where the problem is today. He knows that was also a part of his addiction. Being codependent on that particular group of people who were selfish, mean, desperate for his money, his attention, his love, or whatever that he has invested. But he did that because somewhere he felt he had nobody else in his life, so he has to be codependent on that. So I said, okay, what about the codependency? The Wisdom Oracle says peace, or card number 5. He's changing this situation. He wants peace for himself. With that codependency, people, he had found no peace. He had found no peace. He finds no peace. So he's leaving that codependency with that group of people, whoever is involved in that group of people. He's leaving that, changing his own situation, card number 5, to find his own happiness and peace. He wants that because he has realized that these people have done him so much of harm. They have misled him. They have taken him into a wrong direction. They have given him wrong advices. They have treated him poorly, but at that point in time, he was very reliant on that poor treatment because of that codependency today, which he's realizing he's walking out towards his own peace. So I said, okay, what about the peace? And what do we have? We have the facade. So he's walking out of the facade. He's walking out of that group of fake people. People who were fake, people who are still fake in his life. He's leaving that situation. He's going in search of his peace because that fakeness, that fake people have only made him very poor. Spiritually, emotionally, financially, materialistically, in every possible way. Name it, call for it, guys. He's leaving that. You see, the two people are walking away. He's taking something with him. If he has a child, he's taking a child. If he doesn't have a child, he's taking something else or taking somebody else. But he's walking away from there. He's walking away from that group of, people who has only robbed him of his health, wealth, and vitality. So I said, okay, what about the facade? We have the major arcana, the Emperor. Okay, so he's taking control of the situation, people. He's bringing his absolutely not emotional at all. He's not emotional at all. He's looking into his own state of affairs. He's bringing a structure into his own life. He's creating a discipline in his own life. He is being totally unemotional. If he has children, like I said, he might be taking a child with him and walking away. Whatever that he needs to be doing to protect his children, he would be doing. But, it is also a story of the Emperor where he knows how to take care of his own need. Where he kind of takes this entire situation under his control and treats those group of people in the way that he needs to treat them today. Not bringing them into his core inner life, keeping them at a distance, stepping back from them and doing his own work, because today he wants peace, people. He wants peace. He's looking for that area in his life where he wants to bring out that entire peace or peaceful situation in his own life. Okay, now let's move into the Divine Feminine first. Now let's see what she is having to say here with her Akashic record in here, guys. Okay, hold on, people. Now, we know what the Divine Masculine story is all about. Let's look at you, Divine Feminine. The first card out is the major arcana in the Akashic record, which is the Akashic Library, okay, which is telling you, people, that it symbolizes a new initiation in your life, people. Okay, where you have the ability to manifest a new life in every way, in every shape and form. Okay, so you have moved from somewhere into a deeper self of self awareness, into a higher self awareness zone, uh, where you have a better understanding of your own motive and your own purpose in life, which is telling me, people, that you are going through this change in your life, divine feminine, where there is a heightened sense of initiation into your life of a beautiful self creation as well. So, something beautiful is manifesting, something that is changing. You have been studying about this. Some of you guys could be very creatively working towards publishing something, writing something, journal. It could be anything. But whatever that story is, guys, that is because there is a heightened sense of self awareness. That in turn is creating a heightened self creativity. So I said, okay, what about the Akashic record? You got event or deception. So you see, this is where the point is. The card number 7, that even the deception that has happened today, you are coming to the point of understanding, people, why this has happened or what has happened in here. Because this energy is catching up with you, doing your own manifestation of your own awareness. As you raise your vibration, divine feminine, as you understand this man better, as you understand the twin flame journey better, you will come to the point of understanding why this deception has happened in this twin flame connection in here. So I said, okay, what about the deception? You get gift. That's your first fortune card, and then it's 8, which is your talking about your karma as well, people. You want a gift. Now you are looking at this connection as a gift for some of you, because you're finding out the truth about the deception. You're coming to the point of understanding this man better, and that is why the karma is going to flourish you now with your own gift that you want. So I said, okay, what is it? The gift. You have community and you have lovers. So basically, people, it's a new tribe that's coming back into action in yourself, divine feminine. Okay, the community is all about the tribe again. People you love, people who brings good things to you, people you can communicate with, people of the same mental wavelength, which in turn is what you're creating. You're creating out of this deception, where there is a higher point of your understanding that you now have to change the whole story for this man as well. It could be that too. Or even for yourself, which will balance and harmonize this journey of love, where you can collect people who will really make you sing and dance, people who will give you the good side of your story, people who will encourage both of you to take on this action, to work with it, to make it happen. So basically, what I'm getting, guys, is your understanding with this deception is going to slowly become very clear as you push yourself into a new tribe, or build the tribe, build the community that in turn will balance back this love in a beautiful way. People who will bring that gift to you, people who will be your gift. People that gift will be, your gift will be those people who will actually enable you to balance back the relationship. For some people, it also could be that getting you both back together in action. So basically, there is a lot of thinking about this self creation, self initiation. You might be initiated, divine feminine, to take action on this by yourself, because you want to create that new tribe of people. You want to bring those few people together under your roof, where both of you guys can be joined back, can be harmoniously balanced. And this love can be balanced because the gift those people bring will in turn rejuvenate you. Divine Feminine. So that's the kind of energy you guys are having in the 5D. So the next part of your story is your romance angel. It says it is safe for you to love. Open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all. So don't hold back, Divine Feminine. Don't hold back because it's time for you to give. It's time for you to give your love. It's safe for you to love. Don't get scared about other things, the deception and all that has happened. So it's safe for you to love. Express your love. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture. Okay, so if he comes to you, if he calls you, if he tries to make amends with you, people, be open to receiving and expressing your love because universe is telling you, Divine Feminine, that it is safe. It is indeed safe for you to love. Don't get scared of this deception. Don't get scared of all the BS that has happened, people. It's not going to be repeated. Whatever had to happen has already happened. Okay, so I said, okay, what about that express of love? It is safe for you to love. Express your love, what about it? So the Wisdom Oracle says, card number 4, why, and then you got 44, thinker. Okay, so you're basically asking questions and thinking about this, whether it is safe for you to love, whether you should walk into this journey, whether you should leave this journey. That part of the story where you're still not very sure if you can really manifest this because the deception part of the story is still on in your mind, which you now need to get rid of, people. You know that. You know that, Divine Feminine. You know how to do it. You will get that initiation. But what I'm trying to say is, still that nagging feeling of those questions and thinking about it. Why should I go? Is it okay for me? Why should I express my love? Let him come forward. Why should I tell him that I love him? Let him come and tell me that he loves me. Why, and why? And with those questions, all that you are doing, people, is only thinking about it. You're not getting an answer, but you're kind of thinking about it while you're going around in this circle of life, people. Okay, so this is basically, and what this is making you do, Divine Feminine, is bringing back that victim mentality in yourself, because you're still not sure, guys. You're still not sure of whether you can move into this journey. You love this man unconditionally. You want to take care of him. You can do anything for him, period. But you're not very sure if he loves you. You're not very sure of whether you can receive that love or give that love. You're feeling very victimized about the whole situation. When you feel that you're being held victim into the story, you feel that he's holding you as a victim, or that you are holding yourself as a victim, not being able to move, yet you do not know what you want to do, feeling helpless. So I asked for the major arcana, which again calls for the lover. So what they are telling you, people, is get out of the victim mentality, because things are waiting for you, Divine Feminine. You have to understand yourself, how to initiate the whole story out of that deception, people. You will learn it. How to get out of that deception. You have to mix with people. You have to talk to people. You have to collect your tribe. You have to get your energy revived. Because that's exactly what they're telling you. You have to balance back this victim mentality, people. You cannot sit in that victim mentality in this journey, because that is not going to help you, Divine Feminine. You need to bring back your love. You need to bring back the two of you into this journey once again. Okay, so be assured, people, that you do not have to get scared. That's what they are telling you. Though you're feeling very helpless right now. You're feeling very helpless about the whole situation because, like I said, because you're not very clear with your answers. There are a lot of questions, there are a lot of cloudy thoughts, there are a lot of interrogative, inquisitive kind of an energy that is kind of making you very helpless, helpless, which is where the major arcana tells you that you don't have to, because this journey is going forward. This journey is moving forward, people. This journey is moving into the lover situation, which is a complete balance and transformation of this journey that is happening. You got lovers twice. You got lovers twice, people, divine feminine. So take your time, do your work, but don't get into the victim mentality, because yes, I know it is easy to say. People will say, oh, you know what, it's easy to say, don't get into the victim mentality, don't feel sorry for yourself, blah blah blah, and so on and so forth. But no, I'm not saying it, guys. It's the cards that is talking about it loud and clear. Who am I to say to you? I'm just channeling these energies real time to let you know what you're supposed to be doing, to encourage your situation so that you do not feel lost and helpless, people. Because this man has been working behind you. At one point, he had been doing the wrong things, but you have to give this story a second chance. And this is what universe is letting you know. Give this man a second chance for him to rectify the whole situation while you do your part of the work, divine feminine, to rectify your situation as well. You need people to pull you out of that deception area. You need good people around you, your tribe, your community. Bring those people, talk to them, have fun. Those are the people who will bring that gift of balance into this twin flame connection. That's what they're letting you know, divine feminine. Okay? All right. Now we'll get into the heart. We'll get into the shadow, the transformation, and then the action energy. I've not called out for the head heart today. I've called out for the shadow. For both you guys, I've called out for the transformational energy, and I've also called out for the action energy, again, which could be physical, emotional, spiritual, mental, whatever action you guys are looking into in this journey for yourself. Okay, so trust people, divine feminine. You could be suffering from a trust issue is also what I'm getting. You're not very sure if you can trust this man again. What if he repeats the same thing again? What if he tells me again the same lies? What if he comes and leaves me again high and dry? Yes, it has all happened. I totally agree. It has all happened, but today you guys have to give him one more chance, people. Give him one more chance to allow him to prove himself. Please, allow him to prove himself that he is capable of being the divine masculine, because that is the energy he's getting into while he's doing this work behind the curtains, I would say more so, people. Okay? So let's look at the shadow energy for the divine masculine. Hold on, guys. Hold on, people. Hold on. But this 1010 portal, first I thought that I wouldn't do it because I wanted the energy check, but I also wanted to wait. But then I said, you know what? It's okay. I mean, we will do another check. We will go through it. But right now, let's do one massive reading for both of them so that we know what it is that they have to rectify, what it is that they're working, whether in communication. Like I said, you guys may not be in communication. You might be in communication, but you're not still getting to hear the whole story. Because remember, in the last reading, not too long ago, people, I've told you the same thing, that this man is changing while the transformation, while the changes happens. He needs a space and the time because he's dealing with a lot of rotten stuff in here as well, guys. Okay, that rotten stuff needs to be cleared because, see, again, he knows, people, if he doesn't clear that rotten stuff, if he doesn't do what he's supposed to be doing as the divine masculine, He will not be able to make you happy, guys. Please. He will not be able to make you happy. He will not be able to do justice for you. So this time around, people, this time around, he's getting that energy very, very quickly, to understand his own fault, where he had gone wrong the last time, what he now needs to do, what he now needs to correct, what needs to be corrected, what needs to be worked upon. And that is exactly what he's doing. So while the spirit world is asking you guys, divine feminine, to work on your own stuff, it's like both people are working on their individual stuff, that automatically attracts back that magnetic energy of this beautiful spiritual journey of love. All right, let's look into the shadow side of the divine masculine. All right. So the first card out in the shadow side, guys, I've got the material world. Look, in the shadow side, this is what he is working on, the material world. So I said, okay, what about the material world? Nine of Cups. This is what he wants in the material world. He wants the entire wish fulfillment. He wants to bring things he couldn't bring before. He wants his dreams to be coming true now. The Nine of Cups is all about happiness, goodness, abundance, prosperity, anything that material world, in the material world, he wants. In the shadow side, this is what his energy is focused on. So I said, okay, what about the Three of Cups? We get the waterfall, flood, emotions, abundance, tears of sorrow. With the Nine of Cups, it could be the waterfall, people. With so much of abundance, wish fulfillment, prosperity, happiness, your emotions are out in the open. Okay, you want to enjoy that. Joy and sorrow comes together where there are tears of release and fulfillment in your life, people. So I said, okay, what about the waterfall? We get the light bulb, the aha moment that this is what he wants in the material world. He doesn't want anything in the shadow side, people. With the 1010 portal, look at the change. Look at the change, the aha moment that he has to create. That Nine of Cups in the material world. He has to bring back his wish fulfillment in the material world. That's the enlightenment. That is the invention. That is the epiphany, the aha moment. Okay? So I said, okay, what about the next card? The next card we get, the answer is no. So whatever he had been doing before with those group of people, with that mix and match of selfish, narcissist, horrible people, I would say, answer is no. He doesn't need to go back to them. The answer is no, he doesn't need them. He doesn't have to interact with them. That is it. The answer is no. So I said, okay, what about the answer is no? You got the Seven of Wands. He's blocking those people. He's blocking those people. He's guarding himself against those crowd of people I've just talked about. Okay, he's putting up the barriers. He's putting up boundaries. He's not letting them inside his own world of the aha moment, the epiphany, the waterfall, the material world, the Nine of Cups. He's blocking those people. He's not putting them through into this. He's not letting them come into his own world, people. He's putting up his own challenge against them. He's going to show them who he is, what he is, and that is why he's blocking them. So I said, okay, what about the Seven of Wands? We get the butterfly, the metamorphosis. This is how he's changing. Look, this is how he's changing in the shadow, because he is now attracting back what he needs to be attracting back into himself first, into his own life. There is a complete evolution of the soul. There is a complete reinvention. There is a complete change of being open. With time, he has learned, people, to embrace this change of negating those people, keeping them away, and changing his own situation, changing his own life. So I said, okay, what's the next card out? we have, boom, the third party. There you go. This is the people. This is that group of people I was just talking about, guys. The third party. So I said, okay, what about the third party? Queen of Pentacles. He has chosen you, Divine Feminine, over the third party. He doesn't want them, period. No. You know, when you say No with capital, that's it. No. Queen of Pentacles is my life. She is my happiness. She is my world. She is my queen. The Queen of Pentacles, my Divine Feminine. So I said, okay, what about the Queen of Pentacles? We get the Star. The Queen of Air. She is also the Queen of Swords, who is very assertive, very independent, cool, realistic, original, but detached, opinionated, an intellectual individualist. That's who the Queen of Pentacles is for him. Also, the Queen of Swords. So I said, okay, what about the Queen of Swords or the Star card, which he now has to heal? There has to be a lot of healing. We get Temperance or the Prince of Fire, which is like the Knight of Wands. So this is the Sagittarius card of the Divine Masculine. He has to be very optimistic, okay, because he's rebuilding himself from that, don't forget, from that third party situation. He's choosing you over these people, and that's why he's fighting this group of people off. He doesn't want them into his life because he knows the moment they come back into his life, they're going to mess up his life and your life again. So he's putting the temperance, he's bringing back the temperance from the third party into you, Divine Feminine. He's building back the beautiful, optimistic, humorous, knowledgeable, enthusiastic, independent kind of an energy from an irresponsible energy, from a person who had been irresponsible before, from a person who had not applied their mind. They had gone and put all their emotions in the third party and the karmic situation. Also, for some people, the karmic card is what we got last time. If you remember in the last reading, this time it's the third party. Okay, so therefore, from that irresponsible behavior, he's coming back, he's bringing back the Queen of Pentacles, who is also the Queen of Swords, who takes no BS, who is wise, knows her capacity, is in her power, in her strength, and he now knows in the shadow side that he will have to act responsible in order to bring her back into his life. Okay, the next card out, people, is refocus, and this is where the refocus starts. Complete refocus of his intentions with you and in the twin flame connection, people. Okay, he's getting out of that third party energy. He's getting out of that chaotic energy. He's getting out of the group of selfish people, the narcissist people, people who have driven him into wrong directions before, have told him words and have made him, bitter about life, have also created a lot of fear in him. From all that, he's bringing back his responsibility and he's going on a different direction with the refocus card. So I said, okay, what about the refocus? You got the Eight of Pentacles. He has started to work again from the scratch. And this time he's doing that with a lot of dedicated effort, people. He's keeping his mind completely occupied, focused on how to refocus on this energy to bring you back in the right way so that he is happy, you are happy. And as an emperor, he is doing that complete work by himself. So I said, okay, what about the Eight of Pentacles? We got the snake, okay, where there was a lot of deception before. Like I told you, that irresponsible behavior that he had projected. If you remember, I just said that. There was a lot of jealousy, lot of silent treatment, lot of betrayal, deception. With the snake, it is all about that. It's all about, so he is reworking on this energy of this betrayal, of the deception that you're holding in yourself, divine feminine. Remember, to bring back a balance. So I said, okay, what about the snake? Sun, look, he's becoming so positive. He's becoming more positive. The energy is flowing because he's working towards that powerful energy of fulfillment, of radiance, of success, of vigor, of the divine masculine people, of the divine masculine. From that snake energy, he is moving out, becoming a different person, getting into his power, attracting back that positive vibration from the sun. Okay, then the next card out is conclusion. Look, he's concluding all the third party nonsense. Okay, he's concluding all those people, like I told you, he's not letting them in his own world. His world today belongs to him, his little nest that has you in it, divine feminine. You and the journey is in that nest, so it's concluding everything else in the shadow side. So I said, what about the conclusion? 10 of Cups. He wants this happiness. The 9 of Cups, the 10 of Cups. This is where he is moving people. This is where the happiness he is bringing back. He's attracting, like I'm telling you, he's attracting back that happiness of the 10 of Cups and the shadow side. The shadow side is very important because the shadow is the place from where our ideas originate, from where our intentions come back, from where that aha moment, the epiphany, the light bulb, they all come from the shadow side, people. It's while you're sleeping, while you're sleepwalking, while you're dreaming, that's when, boop, it goes, the light bulb goes on. In the morning when you wake up, it's like, oh, shoot, I know what to do. I have this brand new idea. Okay, I'm going to work. So exactly that is what is happening with this man, with the 10 of Cups. He's bringing back that 9 of Cups, the 10 of Cups energy in the shadow side. So I said, okay, what about the 10 of Cups? Anchor, he's becoming so much more stable, people. His willpower, his stability, he knows how to restrain himself. He knows how much to give and how much not to give. He knows how much to take and how much not to take. He knows exactly, being very wise, being very solid. The divine masculine power, being very solid, being very steady, being very secured with his money, with his emotions, with his power, with his side of the story in the shadow energy, guys. So he's completely revitalizing himself in the shadow side, people. I mean, I will have to give him this much, guys. Like, you all have to understand, it's not an easy journey. I have said this before. It's been a difficult journey, more than you probably. It's been a difficult journey for him, where he didn't want to lose you, but he had nothing else he could do. So he played on that mask, he played on the facade, which in turn, today he knows, has actually brought him down. He knows the truth, okay? Now let's look into your energy, divine feminine. Let's hold on. Your shadow side here, guys, okay? Let's look at your shadow side. This man is completely changing in the shadow. And like I told you, people, you have to trust. You have to trust in yourself and in the universe too. Divine feminine. So yes, if you have questions, you have negative thoughts, you're looking for answers, probably yes. But again, like I said, don't be a victim here. That's what the universe is telling you. Don't feel helpless. It's all coming back, okay? Now let's look at your shadow energy, people. The first card out here is the divine masculine. Look, in your shadow side, divine feminine. Okay, he is the man in your shadow energy, the divine masculine. So I said, okay, what about the divine masculine? You got the 8 of Wands. You want to talk to him. You want to communicate with him. You want to move towards him. You want him to come to you, talk to you, communicate with you, and let you know what he's doing. That's your shadow energy. So I said, okay, what about the Eight of Wands? You got Lily, you got ambition, you got experience, you got the maturity because now you can handle whatever he has to say. You have that maturity. You have lived to have seen and have established your ambition, people. You are flourishing and opening like a lily to handle the story as and when he can come to you. But in the shadow side, you're welcoming back that ambition, that established ambition. You want that achievement, you have that maturity, so you're coming back to life because you are moving towards this man, or you want him to move towards you, whichever way it works. So I said, okay, what about the lily? Double rainbow. Divine intervention, people. Divine intervention, ascension, good luck, serendipity, perfect timing for you guys. That's your shadow energy that you might be dragging back into your life, divine feminine, or you are receiving download or messages about this story that very soon there is this double rainbow. The divine intervention is on the way towards bringing the two people communicating action, whatever that needs to happen. Okay, the next card out, people, is abandoned. Okay, so after the divine masculine we got abandoned. So abandoned means there is something that needs to be left behind, something that needs to go, something that needs to walk away. So I said, okay, what about the abandoned? Ace of Pentacle, you guys want to start something new, divine feminine, and in your shadow side, that is a divine intervention, the start of the new beginning in the tangible world. With the Ace of Pentacle, which is like the divine gift from the universe, people, and you probably are receiving messages or downloads about this as well. So I said, okay, what about the Ace of Pentacles? Fireworks, passion, chemistry, explosive, energy, exhilaration, where there is a lot of excitement that will happen with that divine intervention of something new, tangible in this world. And the physical 3D is all that shadow energy work that you guys will be going through, or you're getting the download, people. Okay, now the next card out in here, people, is you yourself, guys, which is the divine feminine. Look, so it could be a possibility, guys, that in your shadow side, like I said, you all are getting the download. To me, it looks to be more like that, because this otherwise cannot be possible, where your shadow is telling you the entire story here. So I think you will receive messages, you will see omens, you will know about the sign, the symbols, because you're involved too. Divine feminine. So I said, okay, what about the divine feminine? And then comes the Page of Wands. You want to talk. You want the communication. You want to understand this man. You want to understand this journey better. Divine feminine. So in your shadow side, you're attracting back that uh, law of magnetism of talking, communicating, whatever that story is, people. Okay, so you're waiting for that communication. You are looking at the story, people. Okay, but it's a wait. It's a wait. So I said, okay, what about the Page of Wand? Let's see. Hold on, guys. Hold on. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. So I said, what about the Page of Wand? Now, with the Page of Wands, you get the magnifying glass, people. So you're looking into the story with more details. You're working your energy into understanding this entire situation. Okay, you're getting more clarity as you are waiting for that communication or waiting for that action to happen. So I said, okay, what about the magnifying glass? We get mice, fatigue, illness. So you know that story, people. Okay, that there has been a lot of fatigue even at your end. Divine Feminine, you're tired. Guys, okay, you're stressed out, you're anxious, you're tired, you are kind of feeling very worrisome here, that kind of an energy while you're waiting for this communication, waiting, working yourself for more clarity, doing your research, but it's also making you very tired. So I said, okay, what about that mice? And you get ball and chain, heaviness, addictions, codependency, you're kind of very emotional baggage, unhappily married. Maybe some of you guys are waiting for this man to come because only when he comes you can move out of your unhappy married life, or you are feeling tired of this man's unhappy married life where that has kind of got you into a wrong place as well. So there is a lot of tiredness while you're waiting, people. So I said, okay, what about the ball and the chain? And then you have the beginnings. You have the tender new beginnings. So you see how this story is working, people. Okay, this story is a complete different story here with you. I'm going to repeat this with you, Divine Feminine. So this is you guys. So I said, okay, what about the Divine Feminine? Page of Wand, you're waiting for communication, you're waiting for action from this man, because you're getting the download that something should happen now, something must happen. So I said, okay, what about the Page of Wand? It's magnifying glass, you're looking more clearly, you're understanding this reason for this delay here, but at the same time, it is making you tired, it's making you fatigued, it's making you anxious because the ball and chain is catching on. You're not being able to move. You're getting trapped into this energy. You're feeling heavy because it's still not coming to you, and you're trying to understand from his point of view as well that he is unhappily married, he's got emotional baggage, blah, 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 whatever it is. But from that situation, look what's coming is the child, the beginning. There is a tender new beginning in the way you have to wait for it, people. You have to wait for it, guys. Okay, it's all coming, but in the shadow energy, people, you all are definitely feeling that heaviness as you are going through this portal change. The next card out is a victim. Look, okay, so you're having that again, that same victim mentality, people. You're feeling trapped, you want a new beginning, you want to start fresh, being very tender with one another, it's all coming, but you're still feeling helpless, you're still feeling very victimized in the situation. So I said, okay, what about the victim? Death. There is going to be a transition here. There is an end and an open and an end of the chapter, people. Okay, of you feeling victimized in your shadow side, you will know as and when it happens. So I said, okay, what about the death? Snowflake, perfect, precise, plan, pattern, whatever that had been going on in your life with this man, people, where everything was very measured, very perfect, handled carefully, very exquisite, very unique. That kind of that perfectness is probably undergoing a transition now where things are going to come out in the open. Then you got the Wheel of Fortune where things are karmic, karma, cycles, the entire Wheel of Fortune, people, fate, forces of the universe is all changing, people, destiny, synchronicity of everything that was very, very unique, pattern, detailed is changing. Or it also could be, people, that you are changing your pattern in life, people. Divine Feminine. with this victim mentality, you're coming out to be more exquisite. Yes, that's more precisely what I'm trying to say. You're coming out to be more exquisite. You're kind of building your pattern. You're very detailed. You can handle things carefully. That in turn is going to be the synchronicity. That is turn, it's going to be the law of attraction, the forces of the universe from that victim mentality. Okay, and the next card out, people, is new direction. So from that victim mentality, guys, in the shadow side, you are taking a turn for the highway, the new direction. You want to walk out of that victim mentality of feeling helpless, feeling sorrowful, feeling negative, feeling absolutely closed, helpless, asking questions and asking questions and asking questions and asking questions. Okay, so from which this new direction is coming up. So I said, okay, what about the new direction? You got the hermit. You're thinking about it, people. You're in the hermit mode. How to walk further into a new direction altogether from whatever has happened. Change the whole story. Change the whole story. You're doing that self introspection. You're going down deep into yourself. So I said, okay, what about the hermit? You got judgment. You're waking up. There is an entire rebirth in your shadow side, divine feminine, which is going to be coming, which will help you to clear, purge, and awaken you people towards a renewal in your life, in the shadow energy. So I said, okay, what about the judgment, the fool? You will start all new, divine feminine. You will start all new, a free spirit, a new opportunity, a new originality, a new individuality, okay, a new innovation. Something very new, guys, is changing in your shadow side, people, or you are changing yourself, divine feminine. It could be anything for anyone. Okay, either the universe is changing your surrounding, either the universe is changing your law forces, or you are so magnetically attracting the law of the universal forces, people, that even the universe is hell-bent on changing things for you now. It could be anything for anybody. Okay, so look at this, people. With a new direction, you're taking a new direction, a new route in life. You're thinking about it with the hermit energy, of course. You're going through the ups and downs. You're going through the yes and no, whether yes, whether no, can I not, all that kind. But again, the judgment card. The hermit is coming with the judgment of rebirth. You're taking your own transformation. You're heeding the call. It's a renewal. It's a new creation. You remember that Akashic library I said, it's a new self-initiation. It's a new self-creation. It is clearing and purging your old self, people, which is beautiful, to start something fresh with Uranus ruler or the fool. Uranus is here in your shadow side, guys. Divine feminine, beautiful energy for you too, people. Okay, let's delve into the transformational energy for the divine masculine. So, from his shadow side, people, what is coming out in here? Let's see that. Okay, so we have checked both your shadow energy. Both your shadow energies are beautiful. Both of you guys are working. Both of you guys are individually working towards your focus, towards your target, towards the new things that needs to come back into your life individually first. Making things happen for your own purpose in life. Making things happen to bring back the stuff in the right way. In the right way is what I'm looking at as I'm delving into this energy where both of you guys are focused and keenly working on your own enlightenment. What you now need to leave, what you now need to bring, both of you. Now, what is the transformational energy of the divine masculine as he moves out of the shadow side? He's got the dark night of the soul. Okay, he's doing a lot of work in the night. He's staying awake. He's going through this entire shadow energy. Once you look into the shadow side, once your shadow side is active, that's when the dark night of the soul can help you to move from the shadow into the transition or the transformational energy. So I said, okay, what about the dark night of the soul? The Page of Cups. His emotional creativity is becoming more stronger. Okay, he's bringing back his emotion very, very slowly. But it's waking him up, people, because he wants to now make the offer. He wants to come forward to you. He wants to give you the best he can. So I said, okay, what about the Page of Cups? Fish, resources, finances, investment, prosperity, money, income, large quantities, So he's using his dark night of the soul energy, people, to bring back that creativity. Like I told you, that both of you guys are working together for the same purpose, but you all are working individually here. So this man is recreating the resources, the finances which somebody has taken from him, or a group of people have taken from him. He's staying awake in the dark night as the dark night of the soul. He's putting himself through this energy to bring back that creativity, that emotional creativity, to multiply his income, to multiply his resources, to multiply his finances. That's very important to him because he is the man, don't forget. He thinks about finances, the woman does, but the man is the emperor. He is the divine masculine. The finances are important to him, people, are important to him. So I said, okay, what about the dark night of the soul? And what does he get? He gets action card here. Right away, boom. Okay, he gets the action card. And what is the action card? He's taking action on his resources, on his finances, because he wants to multiply his finances. He wants to get out of that the bad group, and he wants to bring back his money. He wants to collect his wealth back. So I said, okay, what about the action? The Seven of Pentacles. He's working on the new investment. He's working on the new harvest. He's thinking, he's taking his time. There is divine timing in the pipeline, people, but he's still working towards the divine time because he wants the money back. He has the Seven of Pentacles with him. It is only a matter of time that they need to come into his basket, which is empty. Which means that investment, the resources that needs to multiply, is taking him a little bit of a time, where he's taking action on the creative part of the energy to multiply his resources and finances. So I said, okay, what about the Seven of Pentacles? He got the diamond ring. There you go. He is waiting for his resources to come forward and give you the diamond ring, people. Take this union into the next level of marriage, people. And that is why he's working on his resources. Please understand that he's working on his money, divine feminine. That's very important to him, people, as the masculine energy. It's a very, very important part of his story. He cannot come to you empty pocket, empty handed. I told you this once a long time before, and I'm repeating myself, that the diamond ring, the proposal, the marriage can come. It's only when he can become financially independent. Okay, so I said, okay, what about the action, guys? He's got regret. He is regretful that he didn't do this before, that he didn't think about this before. He's definitely regretful about his time plan, about whatever he did not manifest before. He's definitely regretful about that story, people, because you know why it is that regret energy is here. Because he knows he should have done this long time before. He should have looked into his finances. He should have looked into his story a long time before. But that point in time, he hadn't seen this coming. Boom. You know what I mean? So that regret is surfacing. It's surfacing because it has to. He's a human being. So I said, okay, what about the regret? The Five of Cups. The disappointment seeps back into him. Then why didn't he do this work before? What was he thinking that time? Why did he sit on that high horse at that point in time and didn't work in the practical world? Is the Five of Cups energy that is creating the disappointment. So I said, okay, what about the Five of Cups? You got the new moon. You got the enchantment. You got the erotic, the new beginning. So he's expanding. He's coming out. The regret is coming. The regret is surfacing. The disappointment is coming. The disappointment is surfacing. But then he's slowly coming out. He's expanding himself. He's becoming more carefree. He's excited with his plan that he's manifesting the way he's going. He's manifesting that plan. He's making that plan happen. He's taking his action on the diamond ring. Okay? And the next card out, he got release. So what is he doing in the transitional energy, people? He's releasing his worries. He's releasing that Five of Cups energy. He's releasing the regret because now he's looking ahead. He wants to plan ahead. So I said, okay, what about the release? He's letting it go in the hot air balloon. Boom, 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 go, go, go. But we don't want you. We don't want you. Okay, so the release is happening. So I said, okay, what about the release? Nine of Pentacles. There you go. He's bringing back his own fundamental strength of his own independence with his own resources, people, with his own health, wealth, and vitality. He wants to become single. He wants to become carefree. He wants that new beginning. He wants that new excitement where he can plan his own stuff, where he can have his own independence. So I said, okay, what about the Nine of Pentacles? He's got the Hermit. You got the Hermit here, and he's got the Hermit. It's a dupe. Okay, so he's thinking about it. He's thinking about it. Your Hermit card comes up in here, people. Remember, with a new direction. Same in here, he's got a new direction too, okay? He is wanting the new direction towards his own freedom, towards his own health, wealth, and vitality, but he's thinking about it. He's going through that analytical, hardworking mind. He's being reserved, he's being critical, he's being a little bit picky, conscientious, responsible, because he's changing, he's releasing things. He's letting go of the bad stuff, just like you. You're taking a new direction in your shadow side, in the transitional energy, the transformational energy. He is taking his life into a different direction. So I said, okay, what about the Hermit? Things work against you, but be persistent. So a lot of things will not be exactly what he's planning or what he's trying to do. There could be oppositions, there could be things or people working against him. Okay, because he wants to make his dreams real, and other people, like I told you here, they don't want him to do that. So they could be objecting, they could be blocking him, they could be kind of imprisonment, doing that imprisoning stuff with him, doing whatever, because he wants to move. So I said, okay, what about the Beaver? Compass, face your true north. So he's making a plan. He's like, I'm not listening to you. You guys can try to mislead me. You will not be able to mislead me. Remember, I told you right in the beginning with the chess game, this man will not be taken into a different direction other than what he knows is the truth for him today. And that is the true north. That is where he's making his plan. He's exploring, he's working in his own direction. He's releasing the negative energy. He's going into the Hermit energy for himself, people, because he knows only the Hermit energy can bring him back his true north of what he has to do, because there are oppositions, there are people standing in his way. There are groups which don't want him to flourish, people who are jealous of him, they don't want him to move. So he is going into that Hermit energy to discover his true north direction. He's seeking the truth in the transitional energy here, people. Okay, so that's a beautiful transitional energy for the divine masculine. I'm so happy to see this, guys. So happy to see this for you people, okay? So yeah, so all this work, okay, it's not going to go down in vain, people. Remember, nothing in life where you truly put your effort, where you truly put your dedication, where you truly put your 100%, never goes down the drain. That's my experience with life. I'm letting you guys know, okay? Now let's come to your transformational or transitional energy, people. Divine feminine. The first card out is self-worth. Look, so from that shadow energy, people, where you're changing your direction, you're coming to the place of your own worth. Remember that. You are finding your true north as well as he is discovering his true north. He's making a plan. You have also found your true north, which is the self-worth part of the story, where you're not codependent, where you are completely free. You have your own worth in place. You have your money, you have your finances, you have your security, you have your safety, everything that self-worth is worth of. Okay, that's where that, remember that scribe that happened in here, self-initiation, self-creation. From that deception energy, you cannot be deceived anymore. Nobody can take you for a walk again, people. Nobody can take you. So I said, okay, what about that self-worth, High Priestess? It's a secret, you know it. It's a secret, Divine Feminine. And you know about the secret because you are working for it. Intuitively, people, more so with your heart, you're letting your heart open, you're becoming more heart centered, you're becoming more adequately feminine energy where you can actually go down to bring your self-worth, go down deep inside of you to welcome back the change of your worth, people. So I said, okay, what about the High Priestess? You got the sun, look! You got the sun, which is your purpose in life, your directed creative energy, people, your basic identity, your self-realization, okay, of whatever that victim mentality, the inner child issue, even you could have been carrying, people. Okay, so there you come with your success and vitality of the sun. You're welcoming back the warmth in your life, people. You're welcoming back the worth in your life with the transitional energy. Look where you're moving with the sun. So I said, okay, what about the sun? You got bellows, a catalyst, a fuel. There's something that's going to light the torch of the sun energy, people. As you're moving from one to the other, guys, as you're moving into your self-worth, something is going to happen that's going to ignite that's the power of the sun that you're welcoming back, that's going to put everything up in the flames, the torch, because remember, the sun is a very powerful energy of Leo, of fire. Okay, so there is a basic fire energy over here, people, that's catching up with your self-worth, where the passion, the fire, the flame is igniting to bring you back into life in here, people. Okay, the next card out, guys, you have is understanding. So you're understanding your self-worth, Divine Feminine. You're understanding what you need to do now. You're understanding your own purpose in life with that Akashic library. You're getting into that complete download of your own understanding of what you now need to do. So I said, okay, what about the understanding? You got judgment, a reawakening, a rebirth of your own life, of your own self, Divine Feminine, of knowing what you're worth for. You see, the thing over here is also what I'm getting, people, is the Divine Masculine today has to be worthy of you. Let's put it like that. He cannot come back to you as a half-hearted, half-disgusted, no worth kind of a man. He has to be worthy of your self-worth. He has to be worthy of you. That's the rebirth. That's the judgment that you are coming into terms with, people. So I said, okay, what about the judgment? You got that strength. You have so much of strength. The Queen of Fire, which is the Queen of Wand energy, people. That magnetic fire energy to light up the world, to put the torch into somebody's hand, and the universe is putting the torch in your hand. Just before the Olympics happen, people, you have that man, the first athlete who runs with the torch. Okay, that is setting fire on the ground. That is bringing back the energy for all the other people to run behind and complete the Olympic race or whatever that race could be. Okay, so you are like that, people. You're putting the torch, you're carrying the torch of flame for the Divine Masculine, because you are igniting your self-worth, you are igniting your flame, you're igniting your passion, you are igniting yourself from that shadow energy, guys. So I said, okay, what about the Leo? What about the strength? You're grounding back yourself. You're putting back fertility for yourself, people. You're becoming your own person. You're personally growing. Your personal growth. You're evolving. Your roots are becoming more firm within the soil. You're becoming more strong as days are going to go by, divine feminine. Okay, next card out, guys, is you got nostalgia. Okay, now nostalgia are memories, people. We all have good and bad memories. Okay, so from this card of understanding, you have a nostalgia here. So you're understanding, you are quite nostalgic, or you will be nostalgic about your life purpose. Sorry, this card comes out later. Hold on, guys. The next card out is surrender. I'm so sorry because I had these cards mixed up in here. Hold on, all the cards over here. Yeah, the next card is surrender. With your understanding, the nostalgic comes after the surrender. So, with your understanding, people, you're surrendering what doesn't belong to you as well. Like the divine masculine, people, is moving out of a difficult situation. You're also surrendering all the victim mentality, all the problems that you were having or you were having, people. So, I said, okay, what about the surrender, guys? The Seven of Swords. See, this is the deception again. That victim mentality that was holding you about the Seven of Swords, the thief, the spying, the deceit, the lies, everything that went wrong, people. Everything that went wrong, you will be able to surrender, divine feminine. You will be able to let go because you are evolving yourself so much that you cannot sit in that mental energy of deception anymore, of feeling a victim, of feeling helpless, people. Okay, so I said, okay, what about the Seven of Swords, lighthouse warning? Okay, which is clearly telling you that you are taking a detour from that energy. You're moving out of that energy because you have understood that if that energy comes back into your life, you're not going to be able to bring back your self-worth, because this man has to match your worth today. So you have to be in the higher power, divine feminine. You have to be here for him to come and reach you here. You know what I mean? So you're taking a detour, you're surrendering that energy, people. You're letting it go. The deception is going to fly um, out of your zone. Okay, there is a complete obstacle to it. You will avoid that kind of deceptive energy anymore, even in yourself, people. Even if in yourself. Then you have nostalgia, okay, because there are memories of that deception, people, that has happened with you. You have gone through that entire lot of that the bad stuff that happened. Okay, so you're holding those memories because you are going to be surrendering. But again, there are some nostalgic memories about what happened during the last phase of this journey. So I said, okay, what about the nostalgic? You got the chariot and you got the Seven of Pentacles. You're waiting, people. You're waiting for the new harvest. You're wanting to move forward. But that Seven of Pentacles is about the finance, about the resources, about everything that you want to collect under your belt in here, people, for the divine feminine. So you're waiting for things just like him having yeah, see, it's a dupe. The Seven of Pentacles here, the Seven of, I've used the same tarot deck, but I've got two separate tarot decks of the same kind. Okay, so that's why it's a dupe in here. The Seven of Pentacles, where he's waiting to give you the diamond ring and you're waiting to move forward, to receive it as soon as this man is ready, leaving that old nostalgic memories behind to move forward. So I said, okay, what about the Chariot and Seven of Pentacles? Stork, transformation, change, renovation, rebirth, movement, everything that's going to happen, people. It's all coming. It's all coming, divine feminine. Okay, so you know about this. This is your transitional or transformational energy that is hitting you or will be hitting you as soon as you can get a hold of your shadow side as well, people. That things are changing. You will know it for yourself. Things are changing. You know, it will be just the download from the universe that will tell you things are completely changed or changing here. Okay, let's look at the action energy for the divine masculine. Action could be spiritual, emotional, mental, physical, whatever that story is. Okay, so the first card out, guys, in the action energy here is reinvention. Look, he's finding out his own self, people, after a long time. He's getting back his own self, the person he has to be, the emperor he is, the divine masculine he is. Okay, so he's coming back into the energy of reinvention. So I said, okay, what about the reinvention? 10 of Wand. He's letting go of the old burdens. He's surrendering the old problems, people. He's surrendering the old load because he is bringing back himself. So I said, okay, what about the 10 of Wand? He's got heart, love, romance, joy, bliss. Is bringing back his emotions, people. Forgiveness, kindness, affection. Because he's surrendering that horrible 10 of Wand. The crosses on his shoulder, that kind of blocked his heart, people. Because he's reinventing himself, because he's moving away from that energy, he's able to bring back his heart in the right place. So I said, okay, what about the love, romance, heart centered? The lion. He's becoming so much heart centered, people. It's not even funny. Okay, he's becoming a complete human being, if I may say so, with his heart being open. That is action. That is the action. Okay, let's move into the next part. The answer is yes. So there is something that is happening where the universe and the spirit world is telling him, you have to do this. You have to be heart centered. You have to be a good person again. You have to be a good person with your devotion, with your self-esteem, not having your pride and ego, but having that majestic authority of your self-esteem to be worthy of whom? To be worthy of the divine feminine. So I said, okay, what about the answer is yes. The Chariot, he wants to move forward now. Okay, he wants to move forward. So I said, okay, what about the Chariot? Skite, okay, where he wants to cut off the old, a total unexpected shocking revelation of him cutting out the old people, releasing the old, moving into the new, becoming more heart-centered, becoming more heart-focused, getting back his authority, getting back his self-esteem to match your self-worth, divine feminine. Okay, so this is what is happening in here. The next card out, people, is Mask. Okay, this is what he is going to cut off, people. The mask, the deceit, the lie, the energy that he had been holding in himself will vanish. So I said, okay, what about the mask? Ace of Cups. This is the new beginning. He will not be wearing the mask again, as I told you, people. He's bringing back that complete, because he's learning to love himself. This is the Ace of Cups becoming heart-centered. He's learning to love himself, getting out of that mask energy, people. Getting out of that falsity in life, getting out of that bad, negative vibrations in life that he had been holding because he felt he was codependent on those people who completely misled him into a totally different direction from where he is coming out. He's pulling himself back because he basically is a good man. Okay, so I said, okay, what about the Ace of Cups? You got the whip, arguments, fighting, being abusive, tense, painful, anger, everything that he had been suffering with that mask, people, when he hadn't learned to love himself. Let me put it like that. So I said, okay, sorry, what about the whip? He's got island. He's moving, people. Okay, he's in isolation from that. He has spread his wings physically, mentally, emotionally. He has isolated himself from that energy because he's bringing back his own love. Okay, so I said, okay, what about the island? He's got garden. He's moving into a beautiful, abundant place where there is people, outdoor community, where there are public venues, society, audience, whatever, outdoor activity. Okay, he's moving out into the outdoor activity from the third person. Look, bringing back his own self-love. That is the action. He's moving out of that energy, people, because he doesn't want to be in that energy anymore. That's his action, because now he's becoming heart-centered. He's becoming completely selfish with his own heart, where he wants to love back himself in the right way so that he can be worthy of your love and he can be worthy of giving you back his love, people. Okay, now the next card out, people, is the 5D or the fifth dimension. So I said, okay, what about the 5D here? You got the death card here. Okay, and the death card is a dupe with your death card where you had your death card, divine feminine. Where was that death card here? Hold on. Yeah, right here. This was your death card here. He's got a death card here, people. Okay, so your death card came with the wand energy, the eight of wand. Remember this entire transition that's happening in your life. He's got the death card in here again, people. Okay, it's a dupe. So both of you guys are going through this change. I told you the metamorphosis, people. Okay, there is like I said, like both of you guys are working together but working for separate causes to bring together this journey in yourself. So there is a complete transition in the 5D here for people, for him, for the masculine. Okay, so I said, okay, what about the death? The grasshopper is taking the leap of faith. Okay, he's becoming prosperous to move on in life. He's getting back that energy that he can move on in life. He can take that leap of faith. He can move forward. So I said, okay, what about the grasshopper? He's got the trophy. He wants that victory. He wants that recognition. That is what the 5D is helping him with, people. Okay, it's helping him to bring back his own self into the story, into not only the twin flame journey, but in him as a human being as well, people, as well. Okay, let's look into your action energy, divine feminine. Guys, you got the first is muse. Something new, something changing, something better is happening. I said, what about the muse? The tower, the old is going. The divine intervention is coming, people, which is helping you to move forward, leaving the past behind. I said, what about the tower? You got the moon. Okay, so that could be your energy where there was no clarity in yourself, people, where you were confused, where you had illusions, you had fear, you were dreading something, you were, being very sensitive as well, kind of an energy, people. So I said, okay, what about the moon? You got the ring, agreement, pact, contract. You're bringing back that energy, people, because you're learning to understand yourself in here, divine feminine. It's the Neptune planet, people. And Neptune, I told you once, is a planet of transformation, because where sacrifices are made, the old is gone and the new comes in here. So your action is you're getting in touch with the Neptune card, people, where old sacrifices will be made and new movements will happen in here. Okay, the next card out, guys, you got awakening. Look, okay, so you got awakening from that muse. There is a new birth in here. You're coming to light, people. You're getting your clarity back into shape, because you're coming in contact with this partnership, this agreement, this promise. There is going to be a closure in here where you will hear something from the divine masculine with regards to this partnership in here. Okay, and that is the awakening, people. I said, okay, what about the awakening? You got the three of wands. You're waiting for the ships to come into the horizon. You're waiting for this new beginning, people. You're waiting to hear the news. You are waiting to talk to him. You're finding the right words to communicate with him when this happens. Three of Wands. I said, okay, what about the Three of Wands? You got the Hierophant. Okay, there is a lot of stability that's coming back, sensuality, prosperity, dependability. All that energy is coming with the Three of Wands, people, which is like the Queen of Earth or the Queen of Pentacle energy. That's who you are. So I said, okay, what about the Hierophant? You got the rabbits, new beginning, a sudden increase, everything that's going to happen, procreation, fertility, multiplication, everything is happening because you are coming back to the place of understanding your new beginning that is on the way, divine feminine. Okay, the next card out, people, is compromise. So, where you will have to compromise with something in your life, guys. If you want the good things, you will also have to compromise with the bad things, okay? So, what is the compromise about, people? The Ten of Pentacles. So, there could be a new beginning with the Ten of Pentacles, or there has to be a close of the old Ten of Pentacles. Okay, now the bottom of the deck for the Divine Masculine is the Ten of Pentacles. You got the Ten of Pentacles. The bottom of the deck for you is the Two of Wands, people. Okay, so it could be an end of an old chapter, or the beginning or the new beginning of a new chapter in here, with the compromise. And what did not work before, we will not drag it back. So I said, okay, what about the Two of Pentacles? I'm sorry, Ten of Pentacles. You get the messenger movement. So you are moving away from that place. You're compromising. You will be able to compromise. You will be able to move away, because you know why? Because you have also understood why the Ten of Pentacles have not happened. You will realize. The next card out, people, is separation. Okay, that heartbrokenness, people, where everything had shattered, where the Ten of Pentacles did not happen, where the compromise needs to happen with this separation. So I said, okay, what about the separation? You got the Two of Cups. You want the partnership back, people. Divine Feminine, you want to bring back the partnership. You want to bring back the man you love. You want to bring back the Divine Masculine. So I said, okay, what about the Two of Cups? You got the World. You got completion here, people. You got commitment here. You got integration here. You got completion of cycles in here. So something that terrible had happened with a broken heart, people, is moving out, will move out, and you will get back that partnership, that love, the Two of Cups. So I said, okay, what about the World? You got the Magnet, the longing, the desire, the charm, the attraction. You're pulling back that entire story in your life, Divine Feminine. You're bringing back, it's a law of attraction for yourself, guys. This man will have to come back to you in the right way. That is what he's working towards. But even from your end, Divine Feminine, you are also putting in your best effort to, again, pull back that lover's energy, to pull back that harmony, to pull back that balance in yourself, to pull back the balance in this love connection, to pull back the entire story in the right way, because you have that yearning, you have that magnetic attraction, you have that longing, you have that desire, people, to make it all happen now, Divine Feminine. So this is all that is happening during the 10-10 portal, people. Enjoy this reading, guys. Please write back to me to let me know if you have any comments. Until then, goodbye, God bless, Khuda Hafiz, and Namaste.